Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Monday, and that means it's time for drumbeat, your transformational, motivational moment with me, your host, Susan Lazar Hart, creator of Congruent Living, the Congruent Method, the Congruent Living Academy, and the Congruent Living Assessment. And if you haven't taken it yet, it's up there on our banner. And you can also find it on my website, susanlazarhart.com, including all the other juicy things I'm offering these days. So check it out. It's new. My website has been revamped, re-energized, and has all kinds of goodies for you. susanlazarhart.com. Today is the day we put the me back in Mary. So one of the things that I've gotten from you is questions about, Susan, the holidays are coming up. Now, it's either the holidays are coming up, I have so much to do, I don't know what to do, and blah, 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 blah. Or the holidays are coming up and I'm feeling alone. I feel like I don't belong. I'm looking at what everybody else is doing and I'm wondering, how do I fit in? How do I create that for me? Well, this is about you creating a life you love. I mean, that's what I'm all about. That's what my coaching is all about. That's what working with the Academy is all about. And my clients, what is it you really want? How can we create that in what is it, if you go out 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, what do you see yourself loving? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? So when we think about the holidays, let's start right now at 12/12, right? For all of those of you that follow that, it's about creating greater. This is December 12th, the 12th month, and the 12th day. If you want to check it out, just Google, what does 12/12 mean to me spiritually, and you'll find out more information on that. Let's get back to our topic today, putting the me back in Mary. So here's what I know for sure. Whatever you repeat, you grow with. So if you repeat to yourself, this is a bummer, I hate the holidays, I can't, it's too expensive, I left alone, whatever that is, that's the energy of what you're creating with. Because any story that you repeats itself into the universe. It fits right in with all the other energies of those people actually aligning with that. And it doesn't change. So how do you change the habit of telling yourself the old story? You create a new habit. And as I just said, let's start that new habit now before it's crunch time on December 27th, or Hanukkah, I think, is coming up on the 19th. I'm not sure about all the other holidays that are involved and their dates. Oh, I get a thumbs up on that. Yeah. Hey, if you're on, just say hi. Let me know that you're here. If you have a question, pop it in here. I'm right here for you. Later, #replay, and pop in your questions then as well. I always come in and check every day, and many times during the day, to see who's doing what and what questions we have in this amazing global community. So let's begin at the beginning. It's about carving out time for self-care. Now, that's one of the things, for the most part, most of us were taught is to put ourselves last on the list. Well, when you're flying in a plane and they show you before they take off, when the air bag comes down, or suction bag, whatever it is, comes down, put it on you first before you put it on someone else. Well, that's true with life as well. If you're not building up that strong interior, if you're not in line with what brings you joy, you can't create that for anybody else, because it comes from the inside out. You want to be authentic in everything you be and do. And so that if you carve out time for you, what would I love today? My morning starts with, like this morning, I am so grateful, right? I'm just so grateful. Thank you. Thank you to the inner spirit, to the divine, whoever you want to call it. Thank you for this breath of life. I'm so happy and grateful. I'm starting a brand new day. This is a brand new day. And when I say this is a brand new day, and I'm lying in bed and I'm just surfacing, I notice today there's a whole tingling that goes through my whole body. It's receiving this energy. It's like, yes, this is a brand new day. So even that 5 minutes when you wake up in the morning, that's carving out time for you. Right? Now, I know self-care for a lot of people is about, I don't have time for the massage or the pedi mani or the, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be that, and that's really wonderful. But it's also that first 5 minutes of the day. How are you being with you? right? That's self-care. Self-care is about being conscious of, of everything that you're generating and what it's contributing to you. Because really the true gift of giving is the gifting, and life is a gift. So it's about being in gratitude for this life today. Wow, I wonder what we can create today. So again, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes right at the start of your day, that positivity, if you want to call it that touching with who you be, whether you meditate after that or go for a walk or journal, just be present with you, right? Take that moment with you and be present with you. And if you have little kids, it's a great thing to teach them as well, to just take a breath with gratitude and tap into how they want to play with their day. Because it's all play, right? Even for us, no matter how old we are, it's play. And it's enough for you, just that 5 to 10 minutes. You'll see, give it a try, to create something greater, to put the me back in you. Now, next thing is be intentional. So there's one thing to say, oh yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that, but it's like, oh, I'm overwhelmed by all the chores I have to do. But be intentional. What is it that you really want to create? Prioritize that. Who do you want to spend your time with as we move into the holiday seasons? Prioritize that. Make room for you. Be intentional. Be clear on your priorities. It's amazing, they say busy people get more done, or whatever that is. Well, it's more like intentional people get shit done, right? So be intentional. And part of, for me being intentional, it has to align with who I truly be. I don't do that stuff anymore if it's not in alignment with the generosity of spirit that I love, with contribution, knowing that who and what and how I'm being on this earth is a contribution. Just be present with that for a minute. What would you like to contribute to the planet today? Right? It's going to be different for each and every one of us. That's how you create something that's meaningful. Most people think of the holidays as meaningful. If that's you, well, what is it in how you're being that could create the most meaning for you and for those who you come in touch with? Next, I love this one because I had this one so many years. We have about 25 to 35 cousins and aunts and uncles and babies and sisters and brothers sit around our big table around the holiday time once a year. And it's a huge family reunion, and everybody brings food and oysters and laughter, and it's fantastic. And for years, I thought I had to put everybody at the table. And so initially it was really fun when it was 15, and then it was 20, and then when it was 25, it wasn't fun anymore. And I was like, how am I going to fit everybody? I'm pulling in extra tables and extra chairs. Because to me, I wanted to have the whole family sitting at the table. Now, you get how much fun that is? Everybody's squishing around. Finally, one of my daughters said, well, why don't we just have a buffet? I'm like, okay. And you know what? That's what we've been doing ever since. And people will sit wherever they want. And, whether it's a living room or around the table or in the kitchen. And sure enough, by the time we do the toasts and dessert comes out, everybody's has kind of pushed in around that big table anyway. Because they want to be part of all the joyous activity and the toasts and the rejoicing and gratitude that are going on. So recognize there's no such thing as perfect, right? It doesn't exist. It makes you crazy. Let go of having the perfect holiday or the imperfect holiday, and be okay with is this yummy, right? Well, is this yummy? Does this create a feeling of gifting and contribution and reciprocity? Yeah, and let everything else will fall where it does. All right, I guarantee if you're willing to let go of perfect, you'll end up enjoying this next 3 weeks as we go into this holiday season more than you have before. Now, I've touched on this before. Make a gratitude list. Gratitude generates. Instead of getting carried away by all the things you need to do, what if you start acknowledging and expressing gratitude for all that you have and are grateful for in this holiday season? I'm grateful for my car, taking me to the grocery store and getting me where I need to go. I'm so grateful for. Right? There's hot water coming out of the faucets. It's all those little things we take for granted, especially in the holiday season. Take a moment as you're in your shower or your bath. Are you grateful for your home? Take a moment, center yourself, right? Acknowledge your surroundings. Everything here is to contribute to you. And it's by you receiving the contribution of the nurturing environment that you're creating that puts the you back in you, right? Ask for help, ask for support. That's another really, really big, juicy tool. Ask for support, even if it's just, what do you think? Like when we moved to when I was with my daughters and they're like, Mom, I'm like, what can we do here? And they said, how about a buffet? Now, it seems pretty obvious, but if you're locked in like I was, that I had to have the perfect holiday meal with everybody sitting around, that doesn't create anything greater, and sure wasn't perfect. So ask for support. If you've got too much on your plate, if you're feeling overwhelmed, the best thing you can do is speak up and ask for support. People actually want to contribute. Like at this big holiday meal we have, my cousin wrote me, she said, okay, what can I bring? It's people want to be part of what you are celebrating, right? That gives them a sense of who they are as well. And that's a real generosity of spirit to include everybody and all their gifts and capacities in contributing to making something greater. Another really juicy tip, it seems so obvious, is take action. If you think of something has to be, take action on it. Take action on it. This morning I got up really early. I had a blood test. I came back, got a coffee. The coffee spilt all over everything. My body's like, we really didn't want the coffee. I'm like, okay. So then I had to bring something else back to the hospital. Did that. Came back. On the way back, stopped off at the hardware store and found Santa for our little tree that we have in Montreal and some lights. And picked up the phone, checked in with my daughters because I've been away at a conference. And here I am playing with you. So that I'm taking action. As I think of something, I take action on it. Procrastination can be a huge source of stress and anxiety. Right? When you put something, hey Lydia, when you put something aside, right? Taking action is actually a favor to you. If somebody calls, answer the call. Right? If you're thinking of decorating, start now. If you're thinking of somebody that you want to create something for or purchase something for or some food or whatever that is, do it now, right? Do it now. Planning, calendaring in what needs to be done and taking action on it just has me feeling accomplished in every day. So I actually plan my day today for tomorrow. And I put a list, just the priorities of what it is that I want to be doing in my business, my life, my living. And I check in the next day and say, okay, which one of these is actually tugging at me? Do it. Do whatever you can to avoid last minute madness. Again, whether it's the holidays or your life or your business, right? It's important for you to be streamlined in everything you be and do. And again, you change an old habit for a new one. Try it out. Streamline. See which one of these things really turns you on, that you really want to create with or do or buy or decorate. If not, ask somebody else. And if there's nobody there that says, yeah, I'll do it for you, Susan, ask yourself, is this really creating a life that I love? Like, what would that look like? Right? What would that look like? Another juicy tool. We got a lot of them today. Say no. No is a complete sentence, right? It's easy to stretch yourself too thin over the holidays by saying yes to everything. Say yes to what brings life to you, to what turns you on, to what you can tap in and really feel the sensations of, that will create greater for you, your life, your living, and everything you be and do, right? Say no. Politely say no, thank you, to anything that drains you or feels stressful. Just say no. Practice it in the mirror. No thanks. Right? I have one of the exercises I often give clients who say, oh, I don't know how to say no. I say, practice looking in the mirror and say, this doesn't work for me. Just practice. No thanks, this doesn't work for me. I see what that creates. Right? Remember, no is a full sentence. Uh, what's another really, I'm looking at all these tools that I've written for you. Mindfulness. Well, yeah, that's always, again, you'll notice in re-listening to this that all the juicy tools I'm giving you are tools that you can actually incorporate and live with every day of your life and living, right? Practice mindfulness, being aware. The more you practice listening to what you're saying, to acknowledging the energies that come out of you physically, spiritually, mentally, in every way, the more you'll understand that being mindful is a fantastic tool for helping you stay focused in the present and being self-aware. Sorry. So being mindful is just being present. You know, there's lots of tools and apps. If you come into the Congruent Living Academy, we are all about mindfulness, right? And mindset. It helps you center yourself to who you came here to be and what you came here to do, and gives you a calm. Whether it's the holidays, the hustle and the bustle, or as I say, whether it's just you being present in every day. Affirmations. So that's another thing that has a bad rep. You know, people are told all kinds of affirmations to say. Here's my thing. Are you willing to be that affirmation? It's a great way to center yourself. It's a great way to align with your intention on how you want to feel today and what you want to create as you show up for yourself. Again, during the holiday season, that's what this theme is all about. And here's what I have to say about affirmations. If it works for you, and they do work for me, I get up in the morning and I say, I am so happy and grateful, and looking around and affirming the contribution of what I've created in my life, in my living, with my clients, for my clients. I'm so happy and grateful I have the clients that I have. I'm so happy and grateful the sun is out. I am living a life that I love. It's when you start to be that, breathe that in. It's not just saying it. You know, affirmations are not just to say out there. It's about living them and breathing them. So if you see something that turns you on in an affirmation, write it down. Again, in the Congruent Living Academy, they get a weekly affirmation that we live in, right? Just something as simple as centering yourself. You're in the middle of the hullabaloo of the holidays. Center yourself and just find a quiet space and just, I breathe in calmness and I breathe in positivity. Whatever that is for you, right? And then exhale everything that you've been holding on to. Inhale, I am that I am, as Abraham received from God. Breathing in calmness. Exhale right through your mouth, like through a straw, and letting go. I just notice even when I say that here, my shoulders lower, my being gets centered. Take that time for you and just affirm what you need to reset, to keep going on that path of self-discovery, because this whole life, this journey is one of self-discovery, right? If that doesn't align with you, what we've just played with, just be present. What is it that you need to hear from you? I am abundance. I live in an abundant world. Everything is always working out for me. Whatever that is for you, be present with it. Just be that energy. Again, it's mantras and affirmations. They're not, it's not about putting them out there. It's about being present with them here. Like I have this one right here that I'm just going to read for you. It's from a Course in Miracles. And the truth about you is so lofty, that's who you be, that nothing unworthy of God is worthy of you. In other words, you might use the divine, you might use the infinite, you might use the universe. God can be an acronym for good, orderly direction. The thing is, we are the source, we are the God source. Choose then what you want in these terms and accept nothing that you would not offer to God as wholly fitting. In other words, be present with you. Be present with you. And I have this is from A Course in Miracles. I have this right on my bulletin board. And I just look up at it every once in a while and I take a breath and I'm like, there is nothing that I can offer you that I'm not willing to offer me that is not in alignment with the God source of who we be. It's about being present with you in this holiday spirit of being you, right? Being you. And you know, one of the things one of my clients was talking about, she says, I can't stand the holidays. I can't stand my ex-husband's family. And I said, well, find a new family, right? Find a new family. Like, see what's happening. Go to meetups and go meetup.com, Google meetup.com in your neighborhood for, you know, single moms with kids or whatever that is for you. Offer you to a shelter, to, you know, there are so many shelters now that are creating their Christmas dinners, their Christmas lunches, whatever that is. They're looking for people to assist them and passing those out. What is it that you can gift of you that creates more of you for you to be present with? Because it's not just about the people that you're with, it's the gift of you. And we have so much of us that is a gift. So it's recognizing that you are the gift that came here to be and do. Not somebody else, not something else, not a mantra, not an affirmation, not a course. You. Nothing that is unworthy of God, the God source within you is unworthy of you. So take time this week to be present with all of you. Write down what is it that you would love as you create in this holiday season. And align with that. Be present with that. Own it. Appreciate it. And don't procrastinate on it. Because you are important to you. The more you're willing to do this work, because it's work, right? This self-transformation, this whatever you want, self-direction, whatever you're acknowledging within you, the more you're willing to do the work, the more shift and changes will happen that assist you in creating a life you love. And really, isn't that putting the me back in Mary? I think it kind of is. Any questions, any thoughts, any ahas? Come on in. I'll be here for a few more minutes, just catching them all. If you have any questions that you want to write down right now, I'm here. And this started off about 12 years ago with Ask Susan. And we've shifted it and shifted it and shifted it. And it keeps on going strong. So I'm grateful for all of you who listen in later and write me notes and all the good stuff. Let me know what this percolates in you. I'd love to hear from you. So write your comments down. I'll come back and check in and respond. And until we meet again next Monday, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be. Fearless leader is one that takes action on what is actually tugging at them. And thank you all of you for your, for those of you who have joined in the Unlimited Laser Coaching offer that I offered. It closes today. I appreciate you. I can't wait to start working with you. Again, it closes at midnight today. We have one spot left. And if that's you, jump on in and I'll put the link up here. Let's see what we can create together. Because it's never too late to put the me back in Mary. Bye-bye.